For today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add these blinged out collegiate letters to your Addie King ear warmers. You're going to need fabric transfer paper. I got this from Walmart and it is for an inkjet printer. I don't have a Cricut machine, and so that's why I'm using this today for those of us who don't have that expensive machine. You're also going to need some regular craft felt in whatever color of your choice. I prefer white. And once you follow the instructions for printing the letters on the transfer paper, you are going to need an iron and these rhinestones. So these rhinestones I purchased from Amazon. I will link them in the description box. They are about 5 millimeters or a size 20S. And I'm going to use gem tack to attach them to the collegiate letters. Wax pins are also super helpful. It's not necessary, but I will not make this project without them. They really help. You're also going to need a hot glue gun and hot glue sticks and a head form to stretch the stitches so that the patch won't curl or stretch. It also helps for patch placement, so I highly recommend using one. The printable letters will be linked in the description box below this video. So what you're going to do after following the instructions and printing your collegiate letters onto the paper, you are going to lay it face down and iron it to the felt. You definitely do not want to use steam, and you want to go slowly. So as you can see, I am just going from side to side in a line here. Then you're going to want to peel it while it's still hot. That's important. You definitely want to be careful though, because it can come undone. So just be very gentle as you peel it off. Now for the fun part, we are going to add your rhinestones to a small container, and we are going to use this wax pin to help place the rhinestones on our letters. And of course, you're going to need your gem tack glue. I do like to place them on the letters first, just to make sure that I have them spaced out correctly, and just to, make sure that they look nice. You don't want to overcrowd the letters. So that's just to give you an idea. I would go ahead and do the whole letter one time at least, so you know what you want it to look like. So go ahead and get your gem tack glue and put a little bit on there. Don't worry about it being white. It will dry clear and you will not see it at all. What I like about the gem tack is it's permanent and it's washable. So people are definitely going to want to wash these if they wear them a lot. So that means that these rhinestones should not fall off in the wash. I still tell my customers that they need to lay them flat to dry. So once you are done with your sheet, you are going to cut them out, and I am going to show you how I cut them out because they are just a little bit tricky. I know you're not a kindergartner, but I just wanted to show you in case you had trouble like I did. So I am leaving just a little bit of white around the border. You could also use an X-Acto knife if you had one, or even a rotary blade cutter, but I prefer to use scissors. And then you don't have to do in between the bottom of the letters. I just like that little bit of detail right there, but you don't have to do that. Then you're going to put your ear warmers on your head form, and I like to put about 3 fingers from the knot, and that's about where I like to place it. I also like to place it about 3 rows from the bottom. I'm showing you here that I'm lining it up with the stitches going horizontally, but I am about 3 fingers from the knot. And I do use hot glue. You can use fabric glue if you have the patience, but I do not have the patience for fabric glue. I usually make these in bulk at one time, so I don't have time to sit there and wait for the fabric glue to dry. I do let my customers know that this is not something that they can dry, which I wouldn't recommend that with the rhinestones anyways. It's permanent and it's washable, but it never says it's dryable. So I would recommend, if you sell these, to tell your customers that they need to lay them flat to dry. I want to mention here that you want to get all these little tiny edges here, like I'm showing you. You want to make sure that those are completely glued down so they don't pucker up later. So I am very particular at how I glue these down. So don't forget to check the description box for the free printable collegiate letters to print off. The paid pattern has row counts for striping, etc., along with step-by-step instructions and the printable collegiate letters for the transfer paper. You could add these letters to bags, hats, scarves, caps, and more, so get creative. I have definitely added them to more than just ear warmers. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial today. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching.